With construction, we hope to start in January, February 2025. It'll be a 2.5-year construction, and the first ship will come into service 2027.
Over a century after the original Titanic met its tragic fate in the Atlantic, a bold and ambitious dream is taking shape: Titanic Two.
More than a decade after first announcing the plan, the mining boss has again floated the idea of building Titanic Two.
Yes, you heard that right. One of Australia's richest and most visionary businessmen is bringing the iconic ship back to life with modern safety features, but a design that mirrors the original luxury liner.
Up to that time, we'd fully designed the ship and we're in the process of letting out construction contracts.
In 2025, construction is picking up pace, and the world is watching in awe. Could Titanic 2 sail the seas soon? Let's dive into the latest updates and uncover what's really happening behind the scenes.
That's fiction. I'm not here to talk about fiction. I'm here to talk about reality. And the reality is that we're building the Titanic.
Titanic's timeless impact beyond the iceberg. Discover how the Titanic's tragedy transformed maritime safety and captured hearts through stories of courage, love, and loss. The Titanic was not just a ship. It was the epitome of early 20th century innovation and luxury. When it set sail from Southampton in April 1912, the Titanic represented the peak of human engineering and elegance. However, its fate took a tragic turn just 4 days into the voyage when it collided with a massive iceberg and sank in the cold Atlantic Ocean, claiming over 1,500 lives. This catastrophic event stunned the world and revealed glaring weaknesses in maritime safety standards of the time. In the aftermath, governments and maritime organizations took swift action. The International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, was established in 1914 to improve regulations, ensuring that ships would never again face such deadly oversights. Today, SOLAS continues to be the cornerstone of global maritime safety, a lasting legacy born from the Titanic's disaster. What truly immortalizes the Titanic, however, is not just its sinking, but the deeply human stories intertwined with the event. Accounts of heroism, sacrifice, and enduring love have kept the memory alive across generations. From Walter Lord's detailed recounting in A Night to Remember to James Cameron's iconic 1997 film Titanic, the story has been continually reimagined, touching millions worldwide with its powerful blend of history and emotion. Adding a modern chapter to the legend, Robert Ballard's discovery of the wreck in 1985 revealed haunting images of the ship resting miles beneath the ocean's surface. Exhibitions showcasing recovered artifacts allow people to connect tangibly with the past, ensuring the Titanic's story remains vivid and unforgettable. It's time for the topic of the day. A Chinese company revealed a detailed model of the RMS Titanic in a dry dock, sparking rumors they might build Titanic 2. Is this just an exhibition or a real plan to recreate the famous ship? What are your thoughts? Share them in the comments below. Chasing the Dream: Titanic Reborn Attempts. Explore the ambitious but failed attempts to rebuild Titanic, driven by passion, technology, and the hope to honor history. The fascination with the Titanic didn't end with its tragic sinking. In fact, it sparked dreams of bringing the legendary ship back to life. After the discovery of the wreck in 1985 reignited global interest, several ambitious projects aimed to recreate the Titanic with modern technology and safety improvements. One of the earliest came in the late 1990s from South African businessman Cyril Goose, who proposed building an exact replica of the original ship. His plan included cutting-edge safety features to prevent another disaster. The project caught public attention, even landing on the cover of Popular Mechanics in 1998. However, despite the excitement, the venture never secured the necessary $500 million funding and eventually faded away. Around the same time, a Swiss company stepped forward with a similar vision, promising to launch a Titanic replica by 2002. Unfortunately, this effort also crumbled under financial challenges, unable to turn dreams into reality. Interest peaked again during the 100th anniversary of the Titanic's sinking in 2012. This milestone inspired Australian billionaire Clive Palmer to announce a bold plan for Titanic 2, hoping to finally realize the dream of a modern but historically faithful vessel. Palmer's project promised to combine nostalgia with safety, but faced numerous obstacles and skepticism. While none of these efforts have yet sailed, the persistent attempts reveal how deeply the Titanic continues to capture the imagination, symbolizing not just loss, but also hope, innovation, and the human desire to reconnect with history in a tangible way. Clive Palmer's Titanic Two: Dream versus Reality. Dive into Clive Palmer's bold Titanic Two, plan an ambitious mix of history, luxury, and modern technology, yet stalled by setbacks. In 2012, Australian billionaire Clive Palmer announced a grand vision, Titanic Two. His goal was to build a ship that would faithfully recreate the original Titanic's grandeur, size, and even the historic class divisions. Palmer's dedication to authenticity extended beyond just the design. He formed a company called Blue Star Line, paying homage to the White Star Line that operated the original ship.
The Titanic was the ship of dreams. Titanic 2 is the ship where dreams will come true.
The project promised to blend nostalgia with modern safety and navigation technology, aiming to offer luxurious cruises that included the famous Southampton to New York route. To turn this vision into reality, Palmer signed a contract with C.S.C. Jinling, a reputable Chinese shipyard. Naval architects and historians were brought on board to ensure every detail matched the 1912 original, from the grand staircase to the cabins. The excitement was palpable, with the ship initially slated to launch in 2016, sparking media buzz and public anticipation worldwide. However, despite the initial momentum, progress slowed to a halt. The shipyard went quiet, and no physical construction was ever confirmed. Financial challenges and legal disputes began to pile up, complicating the project's future. Palmer's political career and controversies also diverted attention and resources. By 2018, hopes of seeing Titanic 2 set sail had faded, with no clear signs of the ship moving beyond the planning stages. Though Titanic 2 never came to life, Palmer's effort remains a testament to the enduring fascination with the Titanic story and the human desire to recreate history even when reality pushes back hard against those dreams. Titanic 2: Classic elegance meets cutting-edge safety. Imagine sailing on Titanic 2 historic beauty with top modern safety, blending vintage charm and today's advanced technology perfectly. Titanic 2 was envisioned as a remarkable blend of the past and future, carefully balancing the elegance of the original Titanic with the safety and technology of today. Clive Palmer's project aimed to recreate the grandeur of the RMS Titanic, while making sure the ship fully complied with modern maritime regulations and passenger comfort expectations. The new ship was planned to match the original's size closely, about 882 feet long and 92 feet wide, with 9 passenger decks, capturing the charm of early 1900s Edwardian design. Iconic features like the grand staircase, lavish dining halls, and detailed staterooms were to be faithfully replicated, giving passengers an authentic glimpse into history. Unlike modern cruises, Titanic 2 would reintroduce the original class system, offering first, second, and third class accommodations to reflect the social divisions of that era. This unique aspect aimed to attract history enthusiasts curious about early 20th century sea travel. Safety improvements were a major focus. Instead of the original's riveted hull, Titanic 2 would feature a welded hull for greater strength. It would be equipped with advanced radar, navigation systems, and, crucially, enough lifeboats for everyone on board, solving the original ship's deadliest flaw. The interiors would marry classic aesthetics with modern amenities, including private bathrooms and air conditioning in passenger rooms. Powering the ship would be a cleaner, more efficient diesel-electric propulsion system, while 4 funnels would preserve the iconic look, 2 functional and 2 decorative with additional passenger space inside. Reinforced hull design, extra watertight bulkheads, and modern evacuation and satellite systems ensured Titanic 2 could sail safely without sacrificing its vintage style. A cleverly designed safety deck would house lifeboats and emergency facilities, blending security seamlessly with classic design. Titanic 2: Safety, reimagined for the modern age. Unbelievable safety tech on Titanic 2 ensures you'll never worry about sinking again. Titanic 2 was designed not just to honor the past, but to learn from its tragic mistakes. Safety was at the heart of the project, aiming to fix every flaw that led to the original Titanic disaster. Modern maritime laws, including the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea (SOLAS), required Titanic Two to be equipped with enough lifeboats and rapid deployment evacuation systems for everyone on board, something the 1912 ship tragically lacked. Instead of the riveted iron hull used over a century ago, Titanic Two would feature a welded steel hull with a double bottom, making the structure far more durable and resilient. The ship's watertight doors would be electronically controlled, a huge improvement over the manual doors on the original vessel that slowed emergency responses. Navigation would rely on modern radar, sonar, and satellite communication, giving the crew advanced tools to detect hazards and steer safely. The diesel-electric propulsion system replaced coal boilers, cutting fire risks significantly, while stabilizers were added to reduce rolling and make travel more comfortable. Safety training for crew members would be rigorous, with frequent drills ensuring everyone was prepared to assist passengers during emergencies. Importantly, Titanic Two was designed to be accessible to all, with elevators and specially equipped cabins to support passengers with disabilities, a far cry from the original ship's limitations. Onboard medical facilities would be fully modernized to handle a wide variety of health needs, vastly improving care compared to Titanic's minimal medical resources. Overall, Titanic Two aimed to set a new standard for passenger safety while preserving the timeless elegance that makes the Titanic story unforgettable. Titanic Two: Financial woes and political turbulence. Titanic Two's dream clashed with funding struggles, political drama, and legal battles threatening to sink the ambitious project entirely. Bringing Titanic Two to life proved far more difficult than expected, as financial and political storms battered the ambitious project from the start. Although Clive Palmer, the billionaire behind the venture, had significant wealth, he still needed external investors to cover the rising costs initially estimated at $500 million, but quickly escalating as plans evolved. Many potential backers were hesitant, especially in the wake of the 2008 global financial crisis. The idea of investing in a replica ocean liner tied to a historic tragedy seemed risky, and investors wanted safer returns. Palmer's political career complicated matters further. His outspoken and often controversial public persona brought intense media scrutiny and raised doubts among sponsors. His involvement in Australian politics created conflicts of interest, and many worried the project could become entangled in political disputes, turning investors away. International collaboration added another layer of complexity. Titanic Two's construction depended heavily on Chinese shipyards and suppliers. With tensions rising in Sino-Australian relations, trade disputes and changing foreign investment rules created ongoing obstacles for the project's progress. Legal problems soon surfaced too. Blue Star Line, Palmer's company, faced accusations of financial mismanagement and contract disputes with the Chinese shipyard. These issues fueled public skepticism about the project's viability and management. As investors withdrew and deadlines slipped, enthusiasm waned. Construction milestones went unmet, and what once seemed a thrilling revival of history began to feel like a stalled dream. The Titanic Two project, much like its namesake, found itself caught in turbulent waters with an uncertain future. China's landlocked Titanic, a replica stalled in time. China built a Titanic replica on land promised as a museum hotel marvel, but delays and controversy threatened its future. While Clive Palmer's Titanic Two struggled to leave the drawing board, another Titanic replica was quietly rising far from the sea in landlocked Sichuan, China. But unlike Palmer's ambitious plan for a seafaring vessel, this version of the Titanic was never meant to sail. Instead, it was designed as a stationary attraction, a full-scale museum and luxury hotel, offering guests an immersive taste of early 20th century ocean travel. Funded by both government sources and private investors, the Chinese Titanic was set to be the crown jewel of the Romandacia 7-star international tourism resort. The plan was to let visitors walk through meticulously recreated spaces like the iconic grand staircase, opulent dining rooms, and first-class cabins. The focus was experience, not transportation. Early media buzz gave the project momentum, but controversy soon followed. A planned iceberg collision experience drew heavy criticism for being insensitive to the real-life tragedy. After backlash, developers scrapped the idea entirely. Construction began in 2014, with promises of an exact replica matching the original ships 269-meter length. Though it was never meant to sail, the replica aimed to preserve every detail from the original design, inside and out. However, the project soon ran into trouble. Financial setbacks and reports of unpaid laborers cast doubt on the operation. Construction progress became slow and sporadic, and by 2021, the COVID-19 pandemic dealt a serious blow to global tourism, putting even more strain on the project's future. What started as a bold tribute to history now stands half-finished, a ghost of the Titanic legacy it hoped to honor. Titanic Two: Lost Ambition or a Future Revival? Is Titanic 2 gone for good, or could this ambitious project still rise from the depths and sail after all? Today, Titanic 2 sits in a state of uncertainty, drifting between ambition and abandonment. Once hailed as a daring tribute to maritime history and a feat of modern engineering, the project now feels more like a fading echo of what could have been. The vision was bold: recreate the world's most iconic ship with 21st century safety and comfort. But the reality has been years of delays, dwindling interest, and unanswered questions. The shipyard where Titanic 2 was supposed to take shape remains eerily silent. There's no activity, no signs of construction, just empty docks and missed deadlines.
And the first ship will come into service, scheduled at the moment in June.
Investor enthusiasm has cooled significantly, worn down by years of promises with no ship in sight. Even Clive Palmer's occasional optimistic announcements can't seem to reignite public or financial interest the way they once did. Finishing Titanic 2 now would require not just renewed excitement, but a staggering financial push. In a world still recovering from the economic strain of the COVID-19 pandemic, finding backers willing to fund a $500 million-plus nostalgia project is more difficult than ever. The tourism and cruise industries have changed and investors are more cautious with their money. So the big question remains: is there still a place in the world for Titanic 2? Has the fascination endured strongly enough to breathe new life into the project, or has the window of opportunity closed for good? For now, Titanic 2 remains in limbo, a grand idea caught between history and hesitation, waiting for either a miracle or a final goodbye. Titanic 2 is making waves with its ambitious revival of a legendary ship, but it's not the only giant at sea. As construction progresses, let's shift focus to the true titans of today's oceans, the biggest ships in the world, engineering marvels that redefine what's possible on water. MSC World Europa, the ship of tomorrow. Step aboard the cruise ship that feels like a sci-fi city. This floating beast redefines everything you thought about vacations. The MSC World Europa, launched on November 13, 2022, is a game-changer in the world of cruise travel. As the largest and most advanced ship ever built by MSC Cruises, it welcomes nearly 7,000 guests across 22 decks, offering an experience that feels more like a futuristic city than a traditional cruise. What makes this floating wonder truly unique is its incredible variety and luxury. With 33 restaurants and bars, passengers are spoiled for choice, whether craving global cuisine, fine dining, poolside snacks, or late-night cocktails. Every corner offers new tastes and adventures. The entertainment on board is equally impressive. Daredevils can take on the Venom Drop at the Spiral, the tallest dry slide at sea, spiraling down 11 decks in a glowing tunnel. Car enthusiasts will love the Formula One simulator, delivering a racing experience so real it feels like the actual track. Families and thrill seekers can enjoy a huge aquapark, 6 sparkling pools, nightly shows, and even a craft brewery brewing beer right on the ship. Adults can relax in tranquil spots like the Zen Pool or luxurious spas. But MSC World Europa isn't just about fun. It's one of the most eco-friendly cruise ships afloat, powered by liquefied natural gas, LNG, to cut emissions and protect the oceans. By combining sustainability, advanced technology, exciting activities, and luxury, the MSC World Europa is more than a cruise ship, it's a bold vision of the future at sea. MSC Seaside, from setbacks to comeback. What happens when a luxury cruise ship flunks its health inspection? This shocking story shows how fast things can change. The MSC Seaside, the first of MSC's Seaside-class ships, made a splash when it launched with its sleek design and beach condo-style layout, aiming to bring passengers closer to the sea. Weighing around 153,000 gross tons, it once ranked as the 14th largest cruise ship in the world. Though smaller than its sister ship, the Seascape, it still offers stunning ocean view glass elevators, a water park, and long waterfront promenades. However, beneath the shiny exterior, the ship faced a serious health setback early on. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, gave the MSC Seaside a surprisingly low sanitation score of 67 out of 100. The issues? Poor dishwashing procedures, pest problems, and even flies near food preparation areas. Definitely not the kind of headlines you want before dinner. MSC acted fast, revamping hygiene practices and upgrading standards, which paid off. The ship later earned an impressive score of 93, showing a remarkable turnaround. Yet, for some passengers, that initial failure remains a concern. Today, the MSC Seaside is praised as a fun, family-friendly ship filled with dining options, entertainment, and sunny decks. The early sanitation slip was a blemish, but the swift improvements prove how quickly cruise lines can recover. If you're considering a trip on the MSC Seaside, it's wise to check the latest health inspection scores. Better safe than sorry when it comes to dining at sea. MSC Seascape, the ship with a robotic thrill. Ever seen a robot fling people over the ocean? This cruise ship's thrilling robotic arm will blow your mind. The MSC Seascape, launched by Swiss-owned MSC Cruises, the third largest cruise line worldwide, is the crown jewel of the Seaside-class ships. Stretching more than 1,100 feet long and weighing about 69,400 gross tons, this floating giant feels more like a luxury resort than a traditional cruise liner. It offers space for just over 5,000 passengers, supported by a crew of over 1,600 dedicated staff, blending comfort with excitement. Right from the start, the Seascape's modern design impresses. Its open-air promenade deck circles the ship, giving guests stunning sea views and plenty of fresh air. Pools, bars, dining venues, and lounges are perfectly placed for soaking up sun or watching the waves drift by. What truly sets the MSC Seascape apart, however, is its jaw-dropping attraction, the Robotron. This massive robotic arm lifts, spins, and swings riders high above the ocean while syncing with dazzling lights and music. It's part thrill ride, part futuristic dance party, and unforgettable experience. This ride isn't just entertainment, it's a bold statement showing MSC's commitment to pushing cruise entertainment into new, daring territory. As cruise lines compete with ever more extravagant features, the MSC Seascape's combination of innovation, luxury, and adrenaline proves it's not just a ship, it's an adventure made for the bold. If you crave ocean breezes mixed with heart-pounding thrills, this could be your perfect cruise. Carnival Radiance, a classic reborn. They stripped it down and rebuilt it. This isn't just a makeover, it's a full-on cruise ship transformation. The Carnival Radiance proves that even cruise ships can get a fresh start. Originally launched in 2000 as the Carnival Victory, this vessel sailed the seas for 2 decades before showing signs of wear. Then, in 2020, Carnival gave her a complete makeover inside and out. With a fresh design, upgraded amenities, and a new name, the Carnival Radiance now truly shines. This revamped ship boasts 4 pools, a relaxing spa, a lively casino, plus multiple lounges, bars, and dining rooms designed to please every type of traveler. Whether you're craving a casual burger, a gourmet meal, or a refreshing cocktail by the pool, you'll find just the right spot on board. Entertainment is front and center too, with the popular Las Vegas-style shows Carnival fans love. The Radiance comfortably carries about 2,764 passengers, served by a dedicated crew of around 1,100. The atmosphere combines classic cruise fun, think poolside games, trivia nights, comedy acts, and karaoke with a modern twist thanks to the ship's recent transformation. What sets the Carnival Radiance apart is how it balances nostalgia with fresh energy. While its amenities may remind you of other cruise ships, this vessel has a personality all its own. It offers a classic cruise experience that feels both familiar and exciting. If you want a ship with history, charm, and a polished new vibe, the Carnival Radiance is ready to light up your next ocean adventure. Carnival Breeze, big fun, easy vibes. Think you need a mega ship for a mega vacation? This smaller cruise favorite proves size isn't everything at sea. Launched in 2012, the Carnival Breeze may not be the largest ship in Carnival's fleet, but it has earned a special place in many cruisers' hearts. Sailing mostly through the Caribbean from Miami, it strikes a perfect balance between lively fun and easy comfort without the overwhelming size of today's megaships. With space for about 3,690 passengers and a warm, friendly crew of roughly 1,386, the Breeze offers a lively but manageable atmosphere. It's big enough to deliver all the classic cruise amenities, multiple bars, a variety of dining options, an energetic casino, and a full-service spa, yet small enough to explore without getting lost in endless corridors. The ship's design embraces Carnival's signature playful vibe, with bright colors and inviting spaces that appeal to all ages. Whether you're sipping cocktails by the pool, enjoying fine dining, catching a comedy show, or unwinding at the Cloud9 Spa, the Breeze keeps the fun flowing without chaos. While it doesn't aim to be the flashiest ship on the seas, that's part of its charm. You get all the essentials: great food, entertaining activities, and beautiful destinations without long waits or crowds. In short, Carnival Breeze is perfect for travelers seeking the full cruise experience in a relaxed, welcoming setting. It's fun, festive, and comfortably casual already with the Breeze in its sails. Carnival Panorama, big ship, big fun with a few surprises. It's a giant cruise ship with giant slides but missing basics like a casino and spa. What happened to Carnival Panorama? Launched in 2019, the Carnival Panorama is one of Carnival's Vista-class giants and was celebrated as an exciting new addition. Designed with families in mind, this ship carries nearly 4,800 passengers and has a crew of around 1,450. Its upper decks resemble a vibrant water park, packed with giant slides, splash zones, and outdoor activities perfect for kids and thrill-seeking adults alike. At first glance, the Panorama feels like the ultimate cruise playground, and in many ways, it truly is. But beneath the fun, some surprising gaps emerge. Despite being fairly new and sailing from California, the ship lacks several cruise staples. There's no casino, no spa, and not even a sauna. For many guests, that means missing out on slot machines, relaxing massages, and other pampering experiences they expect at sea. Adding to the surprises, the Panorama has faced performance issues since its launch, leading Carnival to cancel sailings and offer refunds. While these problems haven't damaged its popularity, they've caused some passengers to raise questions. Still, the Carnival Panorama delivers a bold, energetic vibe packed with family-friendly fun, diverse dining options, and sunny destinations. It's a lively ship with a few quirks, a reminder that even the biggest cruise lines can still surprise us, both for better and worse. If you love high-energy adventures and don't mind skipping the spa day, this might just be the cruise for you. Carnival Celebration, fun at full speed. What kind of cruise ship has a full-size roller coaster on board? This one takes ocean thrills to a whole new level. Launched on November 21, 2022, the Carnival Celebration is one of the boldest ships in Carnival Cruise Line's growing fleet. While it's slightly smaller than Royal Caribbean's megaships, it's still a beast at sea, tipping the scales at around 183,184 gross tons.
As you can see, we can see the side of the ship here, and here we have the same.
Designed as a floating festival of fun, this ship brings excitement to every deck. From the moment you step on board, you're hit with energy, endless dining options, buzzing bars, vibrant entertainment spaces, and non-stop activities make it a paradise for those who hate standing still. But the star attraction, a full-blown roller coaster at sea. That's right, BOLT, the first of its kind, lets you race above the top deck while the ocean breeze rushes past your face. It's a thrill ride like no other, and it proves this ship is all about pushing limits. Accommodations range from comfortable family rooms to luxurious suites, giving guests plenty of choice depending on budget. But if your stateroom faces a lifeboat or has no windows, don't worry, you'll want to be out exploring the ship anyway. With themed venues, live shows, game zones, and sun-soaked decks, there's something happening around every corner. The Carnival celebration doesn't just cruise at parties across the sea. It's built for thrill seekers, food lovers, and families who want to experience the future of fun while floating across the globe. Mariner of the Seas, action-packed ocean adventure. Ready to zap your friends with laser tag on a massive cruise ship? This Royal Caribbean giant turns fun up to max. The Mariner of the Seas, part of the Royal Caribbean fleet, is everything you expect from a big, bold cruise ship designed for non-stop excitement. It packs a punch with a wide variety of activities to keep guests entertained from dawn till dusk. One of its coolest features is the onboard laser tag arena, where you can challenge other passengers to some friendly combat, perfect if you need a break from socializing or just want to blow off steam. If surfing sounds more your style, the ship offers the Flow Rider, a surf simulator that lets you catch artificial waves right on the ship's deck. It's an exhilarating experience and one of the few places you can ride waves without ever hitting the ocean water. For those looking for something less physical but still challenging, the escape rooms provide a fun way to test your puzzle-solving skills alongside friends or family. After all that action, you'll want to relax, and thankfully, the ship has plenty of bars and restaurants where you can sip a cocktail or enjoy a delicious meal while taking in ocean views. The Mariner of the Seas blends thrilling activities with opportunities to unwind, all while floating with thousands of other vacationers. Whether you're chasing adrenaline or just looking to chill, this ship's variety keeps everyone happy on board. It's a high-energy adventure, and the perfect way to explore the seas with a little extra excitement. The dream of Titanic 2 is no longer just an idea, it's becoming a reality. With every new update, the excitement builds. Whether you're a history lover, a fan of ocean liners, or simply intrigued by bold engineering projects, this journey promises to be unforgettable. As construction progresses in 2025, one question remains: will Titanic 2 truly set sail and rewrite history? Stay tuned for more updates and let us know, would you step aboard the modern Titanic?